Guess who's back? Only 1,000 years later. Listen, y'all know how this technology be working. That phone died. I moved on to 5,000 other videos, and I still have 5,000 more left to edit and or film. So we're gonna finish up my 2024 skincare empties. I have a few things left in the box, and for the most part, it appears that it is sunscreen, it is moisturizers, and then just a couple of treatment products. So I will make this snappy. All right. So let's start with the moisturizers, and I will start with the ones that are newer to me and that I actually would repurchase. So first off, I'm going to start with this Fresh Rose Deep Hydration Face Cream with time release hydro patches that moisturizes and nourishes. This was a deluxe sample, and I think a couple of times I put this in my cart because I really liked this. I just remember this being super thick, but in a good way. I feel like it melted into my skin. I felt like it was super hydrating, and I really like how my face felt when I used this. So this is on my hit list, and depending on what I have going on right now, because at this time, the Sephora sale is literally right around the corner. I think it starts in a few days. I might add this to my list. I might. So, Rose Deep Hydration Face Cream. This is a deluxe sample. I would absolutely repurchase this. This is one of the reasons that I like being able to get deluxe samples from Sephora with like my bonus points and stuff, because it's really a good way to try new things sometimes, just to see what you might really like and what might work really well for you. So this was really good. I think that if you have dry, dehydrated, or mature skin, and you like something that is kind of rich, not overly so, but kind of rich, but will melt into your skin and give it a lot of hydration and glow and moisture, you might want to give this a try. Next up is the Rose Ingleton MD Signature Moisturizer. This is the Daily Radiance Cream with peptides, hyaluronic acid, and Jamaican super fruit blend. I like this. I felt like this was hydrating. There's an ingredient in this, as well as a couple of the Biossance moisturizers that I have. I don't know what it is, and I probably need to do some research, but it has a bit of a smell to it, but it's not something that lingers. I just noticed it, so I'm like, whatever it is, it must be a really good ingredient, because I really remember smelling it in this. And Rose Ingleton MD is a Black-owned beauty brand. So there was also a cleanser that I think I have just a little bit more in to finish up, but I would repurchase this. I like this. This is a part of a little kit that I got from Drunk Elephant, and this is the Lala Retro Whipped Cream. It has 5 African oils and ceramides, and it says that it rescues and recovers skin. I like this. I've had this before, I believe in a full size, because this is like a sample travel size, but I do like this. Would I repurchase it? Maybe, because I feel like this is something that felt, I might be confusing it with the other one. There was another moisturizer I had too that was very hydrating, water-based. I can't think of the name of it, but yeah, I might do this one, because there are so many moisturizers that I really like. Like, this isn't bad. It isn't bad at all. It just honestly depends on the price point in comparison to some of the other things that I use that I really like. So I did like this. There's nothing wrong with it. It just Might be that I think I have other moisturizers that I like better, and depending on what it costs, because Drunk Elephant isn't cheap, but you know, our skin is worth the investment. So this was a treatment, but also I think a moisturizer, and I did really like this. This is the Naturium Niacinamide Gel Cream 5%. I'm pretty certain that it does not come in this packaging anymore. So when I tried it for the first time, it was in this jar. I think now it might be in a tube, but I did really like how this felt on my skin when I used it. I really like this one, and I would get it again. Well, the only reason I say might is not because I didn't like it and I didn't really like how this felt on my skin, but because I have other products, sort of like I mentioned early on in the video, like hyaluronic acid. You know, after a while, you have to look at what you already have and what the ingredients are in those products so that you're not basically wasting money because you already have what you need. So I do know that one treatment for certain, and also a Naturium essence that I have is sort of like niacinamide based. So for that reason, I might not get this again, but not because I don't think it's really good and that I didn't like how it felt. I just think I might have a few products that already have niacinamide in it, so I don't see the purpose of buying a separate treatment cream. Hope that makes sense. No one's gonna be surprised to see more Tatcha. This is Tatcha's The Dewy Skin Cream. I love this. I think that this is the product, when I mentioned early on in the video that there was a product that I felt like saved my skin when we were home in 2020, and my skin and my face became so dehydrated. I'm certain it was this. In addition to the fact that I committed myself to a skincare regimen, I really feel like this product hydrated the heck out of my skin in the best way. I love Tatcha's The Dewy Skin Cream. This I think is like the jumbo size. Yeah, I think they don't always have this, I don't think. So whenever I see it, typically I do get it. I do not have any of this right now, so this is probably on my list for the Sephora sale. I'm more than halfway through my Tatcha the water cream, which is also really good if you like something that is a lighter texture but still very hydrating in terms of like the water content. You might prefer that, but this is really good if you have dry skin, mature skin, dehydrated skin, or you just like something that's going to give you a really good healthy glow. This is excellent. The last moisturizing product, well, strictly moisturizing product, this is Charlotte Tilbury's Magic Cream. I every so often will get this because I think it is really good, and this was sort of like a travel thingy. And I think early on with some of the serums I mentioned the Charlotte Tilbury Magic, I think it's called the Magic Elixir, and I said I wasn't sure whether, oh, it's here, Magic Serum, this one, and I said I wasn't sure whether or not I would repurchase that. This I absolutely will repurchase. I've had these two, and I'm sure I've had one or two of the large size, like the standard size before. I think this is really good. Really good. It is just expensive, but I do really like it, and every blue moon, just to mix things up, I will purchase this. I think also that the first time I tried this, my skin might have been a little more oily than it is right now, but I still really liked it. So I think that this is probably something that is really good, hydrating, glowy for all skin types. It probably would just be a matter of what your preference is. If you are someone with oily skin and you just prefer like something that's more like a gel or like whipped and a lighter texture, not that this was super heavy or anything, and it absorbed into the skin really, really nicely. And I've even used this in my makeup kit. So Charlotte Tilbury's Charlotte's Magic Cream, this is really good. If you ever decide you really want something that feels luxurious and rich and nice, you might want to give this a try. And like I mentioned, these are the smaller sizes. There's a large size, and I believe now they have made it, I'll have to put the prices on the screen, but I think that the way that the packaging is now for the larger size, they have refills. The same way with, I think, Tatcha now. Instead of having to rebuy the entire container, you can get a refill that will pop into the newer containers for both. So this is good. And I do think it's worth the splurge. And sometimes I do grab her just to mix it up between the Tatcha and this, but this is good. Okay, treatment. This was a part of the kit with this, I believe. So this is the Drunk Elephant TLC Framboos Glycolic Night Serum. And I got like a little bitty sample-y size of it. And this one, I think, like I said, I think it came together with this. I really like this. This is something else. It's an investment if you get a full size, and even if you get the smaller size. But if you are someone who likes glycolic acid, if you are someone who likes using the chemical exfoliators, if you are someone who can tolerate a little bit of a tingle, you might really like this to use once or twice a week. Feels really good like the next day after you use it, and especially if you use it in conjunction with the hydrators, because these things are meant to be mixed together. And there are a couple of others, like I mentioned, a couple of other Drunk Elephant products that you can kind of, if you're someone who doesn't necessarily like a lot of steps, you could put like all of the things in your hand together, rub together, and put it on your face. And they tell you that in the instructions for the product. But this is a really good chemical exfoliator, and right now I wouldn't invest in a larger one because I just got some tretinoin, so I'm gonna fool with that. Yeah, and right now I have a couple of other chemical exfoliators that I need to finish. So until something runs out, I can't justify this, but I do really like it. And I think I have another small one of these that I just rotate in some when I'm like, ooh, time for some Drunk Elephant. But it is a really good product. It is just an investment, so I would repurchase. We just got to put her on the rotation list because, oh, y'all get what I'm saying. The other two treatment products are from Sand and Sky. So this one is the Australian Pink Clay, and this is the Pore Refining Face Mask. And then this one is the Australian Emu Apple Super Bounce Mask, and this is for hydration. So this I felt like was okay. This is not one of those masks if you have oily, acne prone skin that is going to feel like it is sucking the life out of your face. And I do not recall, but for some reason, no, I think this one dried down. Yeah, I think this one dried down, and then you removed it with a damp cloth. So I felt like this one was okay. Do I have to have this one again? No, I don't, because I've kind of fallen in with the Fenty Skin Cookies and Clean. I have the chocolate mint one now. Doesn't mean I thought it was bad. You might like it if you are someone with oily, acne prone skin. You might want to give it a try. I don't believe it to be like super expensive. if you have oily, acne-prone skin and you like masks that will help to draw out impurities, you might want to give this one a try. This is a 4-in-1 formula. It says the mask draws out impurities, it tightens pores, it invigorates a dull complexion, and boosts radiance. And it is Australian botanical infused pink clay. So that's what this mask is made out of. So did I think it was awful? No, I didn't. Have I tried some other masks that I think I like a little bit more? Yes. And then the other thing with this is, I mentioned earlier, 55. While I'm still a bit oily, nowhere near as oily as I used to be. So I don't find myself using these types of masks as much as I used to. So that might be another reason I feel that way. But yep, sand and sky. Now in terms of this one, I like this, and it was very different. This one did not like dry on your skin, which I like because I felt like it was hydrating my skin. It was very different, and I can't remember. Both have a unique smell. It felt very goopy. For some reason, I just remember feeling like this felt very cooling in a good way. So I would like slather this all over my face when it's like, oh, let me do, a mask for hydration. So I do think I would get this one again. Do I have to have it anytime soon? Maybe not, but I do think I would repurchase this. Yeah. And then the last Tatcha product, this is the Tatcha, the Kiss You lip mask. Kiss You. So this I had for a while, and we finally got rid of her. But these are very, 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 very good, very hydrating for your lips. It's just like an elevated lip balm. I have one in there now. So between the Fenty Beauty Plush Pudding that I keep in stock and this, I don't think I have any other lip treatments. I think I primarily use these unless it's something that I carry in my purse. Now, depending on how many of these I have, I might drop this in my purse sometimes. I would never drop this in my purse, but I would put it in my travel bag. But for the most part, I have both of these in my bathroom, and I alternate between the two after I do my skincare at night for my lips. And then the last things that I used that I have empties for are sunscreens. So these are empties for the Fenty Skin Hydrovisor Invisible Moisturizer Broad Spectrum SPF 30 sunscreen. So I feel like I might have used another one of these, but who knows with me. But these are 2 empties. And then I also have a couple of empties from Black Girl Sunscreen. This is the one that I use the most. This is super good. And so is the Fenty. Both give you a glow. And if you prefer an SPF of about 30, both of these are Black owned brands. Glow, and hydration. Okay, so they are a 2-in-1 product. Both of these are moisturizers and sunscreens with SPF. And both are SPF 30, okay? This is the moisturizing sunscreen lotion for face and body, 30. Really good. I always have it. I always have it. So, yeah. It's not going to leave a cast. You're going to have a glow, and your skin is going to be moisturized. So, highly recommend. And then this one was the Make It Matte sunscreen gel for the face, and this one has broad spectrum SPF of 45. It is sheer, it is fragrance free, and it is water resistant. So if you have ever used like matte or any sort of mattifying gel product, this kind of applies a little more like that, where this one is going to give you moisture and a glow plus your sunscreen. This one is just going to give you the sunscreen, and it's going to mattify your face. So I think both would be really good under makeup or wearing them alone. Black owned, black girl sunscreen. Highly recommend. Glow Matte. And I have had this a few times before, and this is Dermatology's Broad Spectrum SPF 45, and this is just the regular SPF. I like this a lot. Maybe once a year or so I add this into my rotation because I really do like the Dermatology products that I've tried so far. And do I have another one here somewhere? I might have another one, but yeah, I highly recommend this. They have a tinted one. I don't favor that over this, and this one does not leave a white cast, and it does give your face a nice glow as well. So highly recommend. And if you want something with a higher SPF, this is 45, you might want to try this one, Dermatology. I have a discount code that I will put in the link for Dermatology products. And the final item, and this is an SPF, and this is Naturium's Dew Glow Moisturizer, and this has an SPF of 50. This is just like Black Girl Sunscreen and just like Fenty Beauty. This is a sunscreen and a moisturizer. So it is a 2-in-1 step. Really, really, really good. All of these sunscreens that I just shared, I highly recommend. I like them very much for how they look and feel on my skin, whether I'm doing makeup or not. Highly recommend, and I really do like this one. Highly recommend them all. These are all really, really good sunscreens for me. And other than one other sunscreen from Urban Skin RX, I think, that I tried once, and honestly I may have gotten it for free. These are the ones that I purchase and repurchase the most. Otherwise I might be like, oh, let's see about something, but for the most part I fool with these for my face. Not that I'm not open to trying others, but these are the ones that I buy the most and I buy on repeat. Oh, almost forgot. These are the Tatcha organic cotton pads, and it's 100 count, and I like these. I have had these twice, and while I have gotten into the habit, as mentioned, of using many of the toners or watery like serums by putting them in my hand, sometimes I like these because it is easier to use for removal of eye makeup. Sometimes I find that my eyes are a little more irritated, so instead of kind of trying to remove makeup and clean my eyes with the rest of my face, I might massage the cleanser or makeup remover around my eyes and then use these to just gently kind of get it off and then go back and do the rest of my face. So I really do like these. It's just a little something extra. I don't think they're super expensive, so yep. That was the end of all of my skincare empties from 2024. Woo! So hopefully you enjoy the video. Hopefully it will help you if you are looking for some really good skincare products and you have melanated skin, especially if you have mature melanin like I do. And hopefully you are picking up on the fact that technically I'm still a bit oily, but I'm not as oily, and I care more about making sure that my skin is hydrated and exfoliated. And now we're getting more into the aging gracefully phase where we are trying to build up some collagen, get some more lift and stuff, try to work on these fine lines. Like, not that I'm down on myself in any way, like, it's a blessing to be here, okay? But if I can freeze my face right now and look like this 10 or 15 or 20 years from now, that's the goal. Don't tell me if it's unrealistic, because I don't want to hear it. But that's what we're working towards. So thanks so much for checking out my product empties. And the last bit that I have from 2024, yep, I know it is April, making my way through it before I get into my empties for the first quarter of 2025, because that's the way I think I will do them moving forward, by quarter, so I don't have to save so much stuff for the end of the year. But I do have some makeup empties that I'll be sharing very, very soon. So thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you found value in it, please like the video. And if you have stayed to the very, very end, please give me a green heart in the comment, just so I know you hung around. If there are products that you love that you'd like to share with me or other members of our growing community, please drop them in the comments in terms of what works super well for your melanated skin in terms of your skincare routine. See y'all next video.